You've got to hold and give and do it at the right time, and the right time is now for Kayla to come back to the channel, because last week on the tier list video where we did the home kits of the 2023-2024 Premier League campaign, her debut went down as well as a Wayne Rooney hat-trick in the Champions League on his debut in that competition.
I don't know if it was quite up there, you know, as good as a Champions League hat-trick against Fenerbahce, but I mean, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. So
take the compliment and run with it, woman. Anyway, we're here, of course, to do the away kits. We've done the home kits tier. Go back and watch that video. Come back here and watch the away ones. We're kicking things off with my beloved Newcastle United. It's a lovely, lovely shirt. I reckon it's near the top.
Yeah, no, it's definitely up near the top. I really like the colour of it. The trim around the neck and the arms is really nice. And the sponsor, it fits in well, you know, like it did with the previous shirt, the home kit. Like, it just works because you've got the black and white trim. Sorry. Again, the noon is same as last time. The noon is there, but I would put it high.
I would put it high as well. I think that they were going for a sort of the look of the roof at St James's Park, but not quite. I think Puma did a better example of that a few years ago with that orange number. I think the lockdown season of 1920, that made it sound like I was speaking about, you know, nearly over 100 years ago. I mean, the 2019-2020 season, but I think it's a wonderful away kit. I really like it.
I would put it in top tier.
I'll put it in top tier as well.
Definitely.
And I reckon we might be sticking with top tier, because next up we have Brighton and Hove Albion, two teams amalgamated into one. Their home kit is absolutely rubbish, but this away number, the stripes work, the pin stripes on the side of the stripes work, the little black stripes next to the pin stripes, they work as well to make the pin stripes pop a bit more. Everything works here.
There's a lot going on with the pin stripes. No, it's like you said before, Nike have that template, but with the home kit, it just didn't work. Like, the white against the blue looked too blocky. The way the sponsor, like the colour cut off there, it just didn't look right. The more I looked at it, do you remember the old Tesco bags?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. But with the green and black, I think it fits really well. And I think this is another top tier kit, to be honest.
I think it's top tier as well.
They've really done well. Like, they've gone from the bottom to top just by a little colour change. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I like how the badge is black and white as well. That's nothing to do with Newcastle. I just think it complements the shirt very well. The only downside for me is just the fact that the stripes don't go all the way down with the American Express logo taken over once again.
Yeah, that is a shame. It's like we said with the home kit as well, but it's still a nice shirt.
It's still a nice shirt. Manchester City's away kit, I think, is a classy number. It's orange in sponsor. I think it's a slightly different shade of maybe gold on the Manchester City badge. It's white. It's got a maroon collar. It's all colours that work together when you put them together. It's like one of those colour palettes, I assume. I've never looked at one.
I was going to go opposite what you said, and I wasn't sure if the colours did work together. No, I think if it had two colours, I would like it more, but I think the white, the orange, the gold, the maroon, there's just like one colour too many. I don't know what I would change, to be honest, just looking at it here, but I'm not sure about it.
Do you think it's a classy number you'd wear, like, fencing, not like build a fence, you know, like
it does look a bit
guard.
More, yeah, or like it does look like something. I don't dislike it by any means. I really like the style. I like the long sleeves, the collar. It is nice. It's just I'm not as taken by it as I am the last two, but I know that you really like this shirt.
I really like it. I would have put it top tier, but if you want to knock it down a couple, I'll compromise and we'll meet in the middle.
I think we'll pop it top of Europe for now, but it might go up depending on what else goes in there.
Interestingly, next up we have Arsenal. We go from the sublime to the absolutely outrageously SH1T, as some might say, without trying to get the YouTube overloads a little bit angry. I'm going to put this in relegated, right? And if you disagree, Michaela, I'm going to let you just have the next 2 or 3 minutes to explain why it should be picked out of the bin.
No, I don't disagree at all. It's strange because going by the last video we did, we had like, you know, Brighton was down and now they're up with the away kit, and now it's the complete opposite way around. Like we said, well, I said, I guess Arsenal was like the best one in the home kits, and this could be the worst. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at all the kits at the moment, so I don't know what's to come. But as it stands, it is disgusting. I hate it. I don't get the pattern with like the squiggly lines, the dots, the lime green, is it? Or is it more fluorescent yellow in person?
I think it's like, yeah, more fluorescent, like a biker's jacket.
I don't think...
Not a biker, no, you know what I mean, like a cyclist jacket.
I don't think the light blue shade complements it at all. I just think it's so mismatched and ugly.
It's like the designers at Adidas have treble dropped Cowies in the mid-1990s and put a shell suit on a football shirt, and it just doesn't work. It's a mismatch of different things. Not even the squiggly lines match when you get to the shoulder plate, which I guess is by design.
Yeah,
I imagine it's one of those designs where Adidas have got like a different sort of squiggle for every single shirt. Like the Newcastle shirt's got a different pattern for every single shirt. I think you thought it was a print error, didn't you, in the shop when I went and picked one up the other week?
I did, yeah. We were looking at them and it wasn't until you told me. But I get what you mean, because if you see this part here, the shoulder, as it goes onto the front of the t-shirt, the top shirt.
The t-shirt?
The shirt, I'm so
Oh,
sorry. No, I'm not a fan.
It's
so
disgusting.
It can go down.
I reckon if you're an Arsenal fan, you win a few games and it'll be a cult classic. But for any other fan of any other team, it's absolutely rotten. Next up, we have Crystal Palace in that little sash there, which looks like a seatbelt. It looks like maybe it belongs on a pilot's uniform, but it just says, I think, Crystal Palace and the date of whatever, when they were formed way back in the day.
Okay.
This apparently was the colour scheme they had before they went to the Colgate that we know and love today, the red and blue. The Cinch logo obviously stands out a lot. Why didn't Cinch, just offer up to change the colour to the blue to match the shirt? Maybe put a nice outline around the C and the H and the little bit of the N that's in the sash. But I really like it, I like the collar. I like it's like a classy little old-fashioned design there. Macron makes some nice kits.
I don't dislike it at all. Like, I really like the contrast of like the light blue shade with the white. But the one thing that's keeping it down for me is that the logo of the sponsor, because like you say, is there not a way that they could have just not had it purple? Because it just literally looks like it's just been slapped on. It doesn't look like it should be part of the kit itself. It's odd. I don't know, but I don't dislike the seatbelt strap. To be honest.
All rascal sash.
The what?
The rascal sash.
The rascal
Excuse me.
sash.
Everybody speaks about a rascal sash when you see a sash on a football kit.
Oh, learning things.
Yeah.
Terminology. What do you think?
I'll put it a tier below Manchester City,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say
mid-table,
mid,
but I think it's a very strong mid-table finish.
That's fair enough.
If that makes
It's
sense.
just the
Maybe
purple.
ninth position, maybe 8 to the push. Next, click the button. Fulham's is absolutely disgusting, I think. I like a pink football kit. I think back to that Real Madrid shirt that I think you nicked off me.
I did,
Like
yes.
the 2014-15 season, I think it was. It was a nice pink number. There's lots of pink numbers down the edge that were nice, but I don't know if it's just the combination of this shade of pink and this, well, I know you said shade of black there.
Shade of black.
Just how, jarring the black is from the pink, if that makes any sense whatsoever. There's no, in between. It's just pink and it's black.
I quite like it. I don't dislike it. Like I said, I took that shirt from you, so I quite like the hot pink shade, and I think it contrasts well with the black. Maybe that's just like me from things I've seen in the past where it's got that nice contrast, like I said about the Wolves shirt we did in the home kit. It's like how I like the contrast between the kind of yellow shades of black. I think it's the same with the pink. It's not anywhere near the top by any means, but it's not offensive, so I'd put it mid. I don't think it deserves to go lower, personally.
I'd put teeter in, but I'll accept a low mid.
We'll take a low mid for now.
I'll take a low mid. I don't think it quite works. I think it needs a nice little bit of contrast in there on the pink to complement the black a bit more. It's just a bit.
Is it the picture, or is that not a slight difference there, or is it literally?
Yeah, the shoulder plates are a little bit lighter than the torso bit, you would say. The Fulham badge has been changed, which I think is all right for this one. The white might have stood out a little bit too much, but I think I'm gonna throw out there. It's a nice colour scheme when you just think of pink and black. It's a nice colour scheme to go with, but this is a boring example of it.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe it hasn't got much going on.
Could have tried harder.
Could have, yeah, maybe, that's true. I still don't think it deserves to go teetering though for now. So
Fair enough, it's in mid-table. You've got your way. Brentford have done a nice thing for their fans. Their home kit of the 2 seasons before this one was their home kit to save the fans some money. And this away kit is officially listed as their 22 to 24 away kit, so it's lasting 2 seasons as well. I think it's a very nice design, Michaela, as I'll keep talking while you're taking a sip of drink.
Thank you. It's definitely a lot better than the home kit. I like how it's got the different shades of blue. I still don't like the sponsor and the star, but that's kind of irrelevant, I guess, for now, if you're taking everything else into account.
Well, that's your Ivan Toney.
Well, exactly, yeah, as discussed on the previous video. No, I do really like it. I do like the shades of blue. They all complement each other nice, like the navy and the lighter blue shades. I don't know how I feel about the fact that, this here, it kind of looks like a vest over over another top. I don't like that. But overall, it's fine. I wouldn't look at it and get excited about it.
I think it's nice and simple, nice and classy, as you would say down south. Classy. With your wrong pronunciation of the A in the middle. But the Brentford's badge has changed on the away kit. I'm not sure what the reason for that is, but it looks a bit like a Pro Evolution Soccer version of the actual Brentford badge. If you used to play Pro Evo back in the day, that'll make sense. I just think it's a really nice shirt. I like the nice texture on the torso as well. It's like the sea from an aeroplane.
The sea
when you look down.
Or the clouds, when you get the sky looking that kind of blue with the white and...
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's a nice shirt, though.
Where would you want to put it?
I would put it at least next to Manchester City's.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but you let me, have my ways before, so that's fine. Stick it at the bottom of Europe.
Next up, we have the shirt that Spurs wore against Brentford at the weekend there in their Desmond 2-2 draw. I didn't realise it was purple, complementing the navy blue with a different colour collar. That doesn't tickle my pickle at all, Michaela.
No, I don't like the... I like the style of the shirt and I like the collar, but I don't think the lilac colour is necessary, to be honest.
Yeah, why is it not just that blue with the collar?
Yeah, if it was just that blue followed through and then, I like having the, little bit of difference around the cuffs of the arms. I do like having the two colours there, but you could have just had, a white or a lighter shade of blue. I don't like the purple. And they've got different colours on the badge as well.
Yes, they have. And what else they've done? They've got the bloody fluorescent thing. The
is that what it is? The hieroglyphics?
Hieroglyphics. Now, what am I saying? The shimmery, holographic look that Chelsea have got on their home kit, Spurs have got on their away kit. Nike can shove their holograms up their arses, as far as I'm concerned. I reckon it's all right, isn't it?
It's not relegated. It's not as bad as Arsenal's.
No.
Is it teetering?
No, I would say
really?
Bottom of mid-table.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
It's not that offensive, is it? It's just the lilac and the holographicness.
It is.
Stick it mid then.
Come on, Michaela, bit of energy, let's go. Next up we have Bournemouth with this nice tiger print, but it's blue. But it's a tiger, is it? I don't know.
It looks like the bottom of a shoe.
It might be the bottom of a shoe because every single team walks all over Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
What do you think about this shirt?
It's nowhere near as nice as the home kit at all. I preferred the home kit. I'd love to know what it actually means because I know a couple of people told us what, was it the Villa shirt or one that we were unsure about told us that
the one that you thought was bamboo?
Yeah, and it turned out to be sound waves or something from the crowd.
Yeah,
there was a meaning behind it.
The whole ends chants or something
yeah, there was a
translated
meaning.
into sound waves.
But I don't know what this is, and I think when you look at it, it doesn't sit right with the Umbro logo either. It just kind of meshes in because of the way the lines are. I don't mind that.
Your sponsor should not be sticking out as one of the main parts of the shirt. Your club badge should.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying but I just don't like the way that's all. You can barely see what it says or anything.
Good.
Because
I'm just arguing with you for an entertainment video.
But it looks messy. So I don't know. I don't like it. It looks like a shoe print. The sponsor stands out too much on it. So,
It's not tickling my pickle at all. Umbro, as we know, are big fans of making things look classy, a bit old-fashioned, some might say. This is a very different direction. This is just trying to fit into the modern-day trend of sticking on a modern print. I bet every single print you purchase from the Bournemouth shop is different than the last one you see. They're just trying to fit in with the modern trend. I don't think it's quite worked.
No. Is it as bad as Arsenal, though?
No. I reckon teetering?
Yeah.
I'll go for teetering.
Next agreed.
Yes, thank God for that, finally. But next up, we have Chelsea's shirt, was as we're sat here on the 14th of August, is not confirmed yet. There was a picture of Kevin Durant wearing a jacket with this apparently underneath it, and this was then released by someone relating to footy headlines, I think. But it looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like you're at some sort of concert and they're playing those lights, what's the word?
Strobe
lights. Lasers, strobes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it looks like when you watch those films as a kid where you get the secret agent films where they'll be going through and you get all the laser beams and you've got to wiggle your way through them. It just looks like that. It's either that or it reminds me of Spider-Man. I don't like it. Those pens as well you get as a kid where you stick the thing in and it kind of the spinny pens. Yeah. The spirograph.
Spirograph, yeah. You stick your pen in the hole and then
it goes. Yeah, it just kind of looks like that. I don't get it. I don't get why they went down this road. Because
it's modern day football, you got to have a pan to stick out.
Yeah, but why this? I don't.
Why
know.
Not?
Because
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Because I just don't like it. I just think it's ugly.
I'm not a fan of it either.
No.
But then again, this might actually be the official thing. People have just sort of put two and two together with a picture of Kevin Durant wearing this sort of pattern underneath his jacket. You can't actually see the Nike badge or the Chelsea badge in the picture, and people have just gone for this one as being the official away kit. It might be something completely different, in which case we'll have egg on our faces.
Yeah,
it's not for the first time, is it?
No.
But I'll go for sort of where Bournemouth is. Sorry.
I'll go for Bournemouth's. Yeah, I think it's got to be on par.
Teetering. And then we go straight back into the relegation zone. I'll do the same thing again, Michaela, as we did with the Arsenal shirt. I'll just give you the floor now to try and convince me to take it out the bin.
The only thing I could say is that I don't think it's as ugly as Arsenal's by any means.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's not nice. It looks like Minecraft.
Exactly. That doesn't belong on a football pitch.
No, I was going to say, it doesn't fit on a football shirt, in my opinion. I don't get it. I don't get why they've just done this. It's really...
Historically, I should say, Liverpool do have like sort of white and green away kits.
Yeah, no,
it's a thing.
Yeah, but this is just, it's weird. Like, it really is. Like, that's all I can see when I look at it. As soon as I saw it first time, I was like, Minecraft. Don't know what that has to do with Liverpool. Nothing. It just looks unfinished. Like, the design itself just, I don't know. It just doesn't look nice.
Look at poor Luis Diaz's face there.
It looks so sad.
Looks like he's been like just sort of made to wear that shirt with a gun pointed at him, just saying "smile, bitch." Otherwise, you'll get a pop capped in your ass. That sort of thing. But it's a bin for me. It's absolutely disgusting.
I mean, they had like potential, like the white and like the black, and the rest of it is kind of like clean looking. But it's just I don't know what it is, why they've gone for that. It's no.
Disgusting. Moving on to West Ham United, the big issue with this shirt is the fact that the Umbro sponsor, which doesn't really matter, but more crucially the West Ham United badge itself, is white, which blends into the shirt. And as we saw when West Ham were playing Bournemouth at the end, not the end of the season, at the start of the season, at the weekend there, when you're watching the game on the television, all you see is Betway. It's Betway United.
Yeah, I don't understand why they thought that was a good idea. Like, they could have easily incorporated any of the colours that, you know, are on the shirt itself already. I don't know why they thought whitening it out was a good idea. Like, I really can't see the logic behind it. Because like you said, like literally if you look, you know, not even from far away, if you're just looking at it, that's all you see. I
mean, you're blind. You haven't got your glasses on.
Yeah, that's true.
What can you see there on that shirt?
I can make out like the shape of it, and I can see the hammers.
You've taken that question literally. I was just wanting you to say Betway.
Oh, right. No. I'm a little bit slow with some things. Yeah, no, it's boring. I like what they've done around the neckline. Do I?
You do. I think. Well, don't let me put words into your mouth. I think it's a nice cuff on the old neckline there, and a nice cuff on the arms as well. Looks a bit like a Fred Perry polo.
That's what I mean. Why can they then brought the colour there down to the badge itself? I don't get why they've just no. It's hard because it's not as offensive.
I think it's a teetering, you know.
Would you?
Yeah.
I guess if you look at it on its own without comparing to the two that are already in there, it probably, would be. I'd put it top, though, above those two.
Top of teetering?
Yeah.
Betway United FC.
Yeah, I know, but I can't stand by the ugly designs.
And speaking of ugly, here we are. Manchester United's away shirt is absolutely putrid. Apparently it harks back to the colour scheme the club had on certain kits in the 1920s or earlier, something like that. That should be something that's left in the 1920s as far as I'm concerned, because this makes me want to just push my fingers into my eyes.
Slipknot. The first time I looked at it, I was torn. I thought, actually, is that okay? Because I like the retro style.
And then you put your glasses on.
And then I found my glasses, and put them on. Do you know what? I actually like the colour. I like the green. Maybe that's just me because green's my favourite colour.
It's not a bad green. It reminds me of a Germany away kit from like the turn of the century, though.
Yeah, it's a really nice colour, nice shade of green. But I don't get why, like you said, I guess going back, it's like based on a previous design, but I just don't like the red, is it red?
Yep.
Yeah, the thin like red stripe in between the white. No, it's just, I don't know. I can't pinpoint it because there's parts of me that thinks I actually quite like it, but I think it's just down to liking that shade of green over the actual design of it and the pattern.
I reckon it looks horrible, like just to start with anyway, but I think it's made even worse with the way the sponsor's just slapped on there with what appears to be a sticker.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks stuck on.
It's not actually a part of a shirt. It looks like when West Ham had to change sponsors mid-seasons all the way back when they just had like, what was it? XL stuck on top of the holiday company that went bust. Or the plane company. I forget what it was, but you know what I mean. Looks like a sticker. It's a horrible shirt. I'm saying relegated.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
You going to go with that?
Yeah, I'd say it's not as bad as the other two that are in relegated though.
It's not good though.
I can see that it's ugly, but there's a little part of me that, like I said, thinks, it's kind of retro. I like the green, but if you put it all together, like the red thin stripes, the logo, the sponsor, it's all just, no.
Disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, we get the Wolverhampton Wanderers away shirt. The orange, obviously, and the black of the home shirt complement each other very well. I think it got into the top tier on the home kits tier list video. But this one here, they tried to mishmash together a red, a deeper shade of red for the little accent bits there, then ambers on there, or gold, whatever you want to call it. Wolverhampton Wanderers fans getting in touch on the last one. And then I think it's like a shade of green.
Yeah.
On the shoulders and underneath the arms, which makes you look like you've got sweaty pits once again. But they've also got the Castore logo, twice more than any other club apparently does with Castore, so they can fly away from relegation zone under Gary O'Neill. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't. I'm so sad because like their home kit, I loved it. I really liked it. Hence why it was like, I think I've said it was second out of all of them. But this is just a mess. I don't, like you say, the colours, I just don't. It looks like a, if I see that without like knowing it was a Wolves shirt, it's just like, why have they gone for like the colours of like Portugal? That's what like my mind just like
Funny you
thinks
say
of.
that. There's a certain agent who used to attract all the Portuguese players, like, you know, your Ruben Neves, your Jotas, the little lad on the wing. I've forgotten his name completely now. Just made a right mess of myself. But they just used to sign all the Portugal lads, Raul up front as well. So that's maybe why. Mr.
Fair
Mendes, I think his name was.
But it's just like, I don't get what the pattern's meant to be in the background. Like, I can't even hazard a guess at what that
It looks like a Toby Carvery sort of carpet pattern.
does it?
Yeah. If you take away the green and gold, there's that red with the like deeper red inside of it. It's a Toby Carvery
I'm
carpet.
too excited to go get the stuff and I don't even look at the carpet, to be honest.
Fair
But,
enough.
yeah, no, it's ugly. And it's a shame because, like I said, the home kit was really nice, but this is like, I don't know. It just looks like kind of weird shattered glass or something in the background, which, I don't know. And then to have like the sponsor in like white, like to just stand out like that against the red and the gold and the green, it's just... Shell Garage as well. That's what I'm thinking. Especially on the arms, like round here where you got the...
McDonald's as well.
McDonald's, yeah. Just anything except Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah,
So,
maybe if the green got gone, if the green got
gone.
if the green was removed and replaced with, I don't know, just the gold,
Yeah.
maybe it would look a bit better. Maybe that would be two McDonald's, though, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it probably would. But
It's one of the bottom two tiers, I'll let you pick.
I'll put it down the bottom.
Been relegated.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Four teams have gone down
I
again.
know. What's happening?
This looks like the Argentine, I should say, national football team on acid. Obviously, the stripes on the Argentina football shirt go straight. These ones go round the twist because, once again, they're taking LSD.
I just don't, again, it's one of those things that I don't know why they looked to that and thought, that's a good idea. Like, there's other things they could have done. Why have they gone for, like you say, that shade of blue just like screams Argentina? I thought the same thing when I saw it. The fact that they've gone with like the navy everywhere else and then gone for this blue, I just think it's too much of a harsh contrast. Like, I know I said before some contrasts work really well, but to me, that's not. Like, I just don't like it. It's not as offensive as some of the other ones we've seen at all. There's parts of it I do like, but overall it's just an odd design.
Yeah, it's just the stripes for me don't quite I can see the idea. It's a nice try, but not quite right.
Yeah, like they tried.
It's ambitious but rubbish.
It is. It's like good try, but not quite there. I'd put it mid though. I'd say it's not as offensive as like Bournemouth's or is it Chelsea's we have. Like I'd say that one. Spurs. Sorry. So,
oh no, Chelsea isn't with Bournemouth. Beg me pardon, I'm making a mess of this video completely.
We're all good. It's a long day. Right. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that being mid.
Yeah, I think it's a nice colour scheme, but it is just the stripes haven't quite worked. But they might work for you at home. Let us know how wrong we are in the comments down below. Next up, Michaela, we have Everton. This... it's like I can imagine a businesswoman in 1993 wearing a blazer. That is the pattern of the like what's inside the stripes.
Yeah.
Yep, I can imagine that being a thing. I can see why Hummel have done it. I said in the last video that Hummel never make a bad kit. This might be the first one.
Yeah, no, I don't. Again, it's another team where their home kit was so nice. Like
I like the colour scheme though. It's just the way it's being used. The stripes within the stripes. It's a bit too tigerish.
You know what I don't like as well is the fact that they've got the outline around the neck here, but there's nothing on the arms. I don't like the fact that it's just like block colour on the arms. I feel like it needs to have something around the bottom, like the cuff. Again, it's just like that. Again, reminds me, like I said last time, of some kind of weird bamboo tree trunk as well.
I can see where the bamboo comes in.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the colours together. I don't think orange and blue, which I know it's more like navy and like more of a coral.
Peachy.
But I just don't think it's a colour scheme that works for me. So, yeah, I'm not. Is it as bad as what we've put in relegation, though?
No, I don't think it's relegation.
No?
The colour scheme is nice. I think a bad mark for it is the fact that the stripes going down the way have one sort of pattern. It's just anything. But then you've got the Hummel chevrons up on the shoulders there, which just completely goes against it again.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say it's got to go teetering, though.
I'll go teetering.
I wouldn't put it any higher than that.
I like the colour scheme, but I think it could have been used a hell of a lot better. Next up, we have Sheffield United. The red and white Wizards are playing in yellow. I don't understand. It looks like something you would pick out the lost property bin in PE.
it does.
It's horrible. And you got to imagine as well, we sort of discovered that the sponsor was sort of a later addition to the kit. They did the whole release of the home kit without the sponsor. The sponsor was added during the pre-season friendly. That sponsor, that horrible red square, was added to the shirt for their opening Premier League game of the season. So you got to think about that potentially being added onto the shirt as well in some form of fashion. Maybe they'll keep the red because they've got the red on the cuffs there of the arm and the neck there. Maybe it could be made into sort of yellow and black like the rest of the badges are. I just think it's obviously got a retro look to it. Looks very 1990s, which is a positive thing by and large, but it doesn't work for me.
No, it's like you said before. That's literally, now that you've said it, that's all I can think of, is it literally does look like something that you would find in lost property in PE. But yeah, I'm just not... Like, yellow's a weird colour for me anyway. Like, it's got to be a really nice shirt to look good as a yellow shirt, I think. But it's like you say with that sponsor, if that is going to be slapped on there, that's going to look awful, I think.
This shirt, Michaela, is an error from Araya. Why are they a sponsor of a Premier League team? Who knows? But anyway, I think it's a maybe. I don't think it's in the bin, but I think it's teetering.
Yeah, I'd say teetering. It's got nothing there's nothing about that I look at and go, oh, yeah, that looks exciting on a shirt. Like, it's boring as well.
Yep. Next up, we have Luton. This could have been their home shirt once upon a time. Obviously, they go with the orange being the main colour of their home shirts. Now find out where that got placed in the tier list last week. It's the same design as the home shirt, but the colours are being reversed.
I think it's kind of good that they haven't tried to do anything crazy, because clearly some that have tried, it's not gone well. I did think at first, is it a bit of a cop-out in a way, just doing your home kit reversed? Is that a bit
Teams
boring?
Teams have done that before. Newcastle's done that before.
Yeah, but I think it works a lot better than the home kit.
I should say Newcastle haven't done that before. They've used the same strip template.
Yeah.
They haven't just put the black stripes where the white
would be. Or just done it like horizontal instead of vertical. No, I think this looks a lot nicer than the home one, personally. I think maybe it's just because the colour, like, I'm not a huge fan of the kind of brighter orange shade. So having it just there with the white, I think it looks a lot nicer.
I reckon this could be mid-table or higher. I don't think it's teetering. It's not as bad as anyone's
it's not. It's definitely hot. I'm just trying to see if it's mid or if is it quite Europe level? I don't know if it is, to be honest.
I reckon we could go Europe. I think the colour scheme works a lot better with the orange being the sort of highlight of the shirt, rather than the white being the highlight of the shirt.
I do enjoy, like, just having the simplicity of the black around the neck and the arms, and then, like, the strip down there. Is it navy?
I think it's a very deep navy.
I don't know
why I'm whispering.
Is it my glasses or the picture?
I think it's a very deep navy.
I know. I was just trying to work out if it was from the picture or just my eyesight. Yeah, I'm inclined to put it in Europe.
We'll go Europe.
Mainly, not just because of how the shirt is itself, but for how it compares to their home kit. I think it deserves to have that recognition that they've actually pulled out a nice one.
Burnley.
Oh, God.
I'm going to do it again.
Just put it straight down.
It's a formula that's not broken. I'll put it in the bin, and I'll let you
disgusting.
try and just talk about it and get it out.
I can't. Again, we said in the last video that a couple of the shirts looked like they'd been run over.
Yep.
This is, again, like, that is what that looks like. Or it just looks like someone's just, like, got a paintbrush and just gone, like, whoop. Like, I don't get it. I don't...
It's a horrible shade of yellow.
Is it lime or yellow?
I don't even know. It's like a lemon tart, lemon turd.
Key lime pie.
What I'm thinking of in cookery, where you have the lemon...
Curd.
Did
you say lemon turd?
I did say lemon turd. It's like a lemon turd. I think a lemon turd's a fitting description. I think the sponsor's way too big, but I think that's a trend on Umbro kits by and large. But it's the contrast of the burgundy of the sponsor and the darker burgundy of the stripe and the slightly different burgundy of the sleeve and that little weird bit on the collar at the top left there. It's a horrible shirt.
Do you know what? Controversial opinion. I think this might be worse than Arsenal's. I
won't argue with that.
I think that's the worst we've seen so far. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anyone that enjoys this, but the colours don't work. Like you said, that weird, like, paintbrush strip down it. The fact, again, I was going to say that weird bit on the collar, why is it there? Like, if you're going to do it, just do it like half or something. Why just have a little section of it? The sponsor, again, is massive. I don't think this shirt has anything nice about it, to be honest.
Absolutely not. It's disgusting.
It's bottom forever. Gone.
Bye.
Next.
And finally, we come to a shirt that should be quite high up the tier list of ours here all alone. Kayla North, Aston Villa's home kit wasn't our favourite by any stretch of the imagination, but they have made the sponsor on the away shirt not only smaller, so it's not as egregious, but also the same colour as the badge. So I think it complements the shirt, the nice pattern beneath the shirt, which I think is I don't even know what that is.
No, I was trying to look and I
Just like
can't.
maybe some sort of Hawaiian pattern. They're going on the holidays to Europe this season. Obviously, Aston Villa are, so maybe they're just packing the Hawaiian shirts with them.
Maybe. I literally can't like pinpoint what it's meant to be. I've got no idea. So if anyone knows, please let us know, because I'd love to know what that symbolises. But no, I really like it. The maroon colour against the white is just classic. It's nice. It's always going to work. Classic. It is odd that they've decided. It's like they've made all the home shirts, right, and thought they were happy with it, and then they went to go make the away shirts and they thought, you know what, we could have done better? That sponsor. But it's like, in my mind, wouldn't you just keep it for this season, just for the sake of them looking the same? Like, just keep it for now. But I do appreciate the fact it is smaller, because it took up too much room on the home kit. I really, really like it.
I think it's a top tier one, you know.
Do you reckon top?
Oh yeah. I
don't like the fact that, again, I don't know if this is anything that's worth mentioning, because I don't know if something that could be changed, but you know how, like, obviously with the noon on the Newcastle, like, this kind of ruins it for me because of the fact it's an orange colour.
I don't think it can be.
No, I know, but
sleeve sponsors seem to go by a different set of rules to main shirt sponsors.
It's a shame, that's the only thing, because I just think the front of it is so nice, like, the colours are really, really nice together, and then you just turn a bit and you've just got, like, orange, and I don't think it works, but if you just take that out of the equation there.
Maybe
slightly.
That's the sun, where they're obviously going into Europe for the first time in a while.
That's true. You've got the sun, and then you pan round, and you've got
Hawaiian
the Hawaiian shirt. Yeah.
I think I really like the little bit of blue there, the little accent on the bottom of the collar there.
See, I could give or take it. I think I would prefer it if it was just the same as the rest, if they just stuck with like white and maroon.
But Aston Villa playing claret and blue.
Yeah, I know they do, but I know I keep saying maroon. That's like.
But you can say maroon. It's the same difference, isn't it?
That is true, I guess, to incorporate it, but give or take. But if you want to put it top, I'm happy. I just don't think it's as nice as the other two that are already up there.
Well, that's the discussion we're going to have now, Michaela, because it's up to you to tell us what
is going to be easier than the last one.
The best away kit is in the Premier League for the 2023-2024 season. It's either Brighton Hove Albion or Newcastle United.
Do you know what? I'm giving it to Brighton.
You bitch.
I know, I really do like the Newcastle one, don't get me wrong, and I know like you've got it, so I've seen it in person, so I know it like it is nice. But I just think that Brighton one, it just looks so nice. It's so neat. It's like really. Would you not agree?
You can sleep on the sofa tonight, as far as I'm concerned.
Would you have put Newcastle top?
No, it's a toss-up. I mean, I can see the merits of both shirts, but yeah, I really do like the Brighton shirt. That's why it's in the top tier.
Exactly, and Brighton have done well to come from where they were in the last video to where they are now. They've really, good for them.
It's a true redemption story.
It is.
But that is it. Let us know how wrong we are in the comments down below. I've been Ross, joined by Kayla North once again, and we'll see you. I don't even know.
Let us know if there's anything, that you think you'd like to see us do. Feel free.
Yeah, I imagine there's going to be a massive drop-off in views compared to the home shirt, so maybe we won't do the third shirts, but we'll see if this does us the same amount of views.
We'll see.
We might come back for the third ones, just, watch it and stuff all the way through, twice over. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.